corrupted flesh. In the story of Noah, we're told that Noah was saved by God because he was a righteous man and of pure stock, meaning that he was pure human. Jesus Christ said that in the end days it would be as in the days of Noah. So we know that human flesh will be corrupted by then. I'm going to deviate slightly here and speak to you about the food that we eat. If you eat milk or dairy products, do you actually know what's gone into that? Have you got any idea? Just about every herd now is a cloned herd, and every herd has partial human DNA in its genes, which means that you've got part cow, part human being. That's corrupted flesh. It's not of its own kind as God made it. Jesus said it shall be as in the days of Noah. Now all of this cattle not only is partial human flesh, whatever way you look at it, it's still human flesh, which means that its milk is also partially human milk. It's a partially human animal. All of these products that you eat that come from these cattle are partially human. Now, you wouldn't sit down and eat someone's finger, would you? Even if that finger was placed in a huge vat of meat and minced up, you'd still know there was a finger in there. Would you eat it? Would you have a hamburger from it? Why not? You're doing it already. Some people have problems with weight loss. They can't understand why they can't shift weight. But when they go to the South Mediterranean, they eat like a pig and come back slimmer. And they can't understand it. Oh, it must be the Mediterranean diet. Well, less of the Mediterranean cattle and sheep and goat stock is interfered with. So the meat tastes different and it metabolizes different in your body because it's not partially human flesh. And neither is it fed on its own feces. Because you see, the cattle, and remember all of the products from the cattle are affected by this, are fed on their own dried, processed poo. You are what you eat. You've heard that said before, haven't you? Now, if you're eating these products and you're having a problem metabolizing the fat in your body, yet you find that you lose weight when you've got to the Mediterranean, this speaks for itself. There's a difference in the meat and what you're eating. So let's just get back to this beef problem. The beef from the Western world is partially human. Therefore, its milk and all the other products are partially human. We were not made to eat our own flesh. They're fed on their own processed dried feces. Until very recently, they were also fed on the dead bodies of their own kind. If a cow died, that its body was placed in the feed and processed, along with poo and goodness knows what else. The same with sheep and dead chickens. All of these animals which had expired had been placed in the feed and fed back to the same kind of animal. So then that was given the blame for BSE, bovine spongiform encephalitis, also known as mad cow disease, which can also kill people. A lot of this beef is grown out in South America, and there's a huge botfly problem out there. If you don't know what a botfly is, look it up on the internet. A very nasty thing which lays eggs in the skin of the cattle, which grow into huge maggots which live in pus-filled holes. Disgusting. Now then, no one stands there and squeezes each one of these things out before the meat is processed. That's just left in there. It's considered as being okay. And most of this beef is grown for hamburgers. So far we've got cattle which is part human, fed on feces and same species flesh when in fact they are vegetarian animals. We've got a botfly problem. There's also a botulism issue as well, and of course BSE. So the next time you go into one of these fast food places and you say you want a burger, maybe this is what you should ask for. Please may I have a partial human flesh, feces and same species fed botulism and botfly bovine spongiform encephalitis burger and fries. Oh, and hold the pickle. Yuck. Some people actually worry about the pickle. It's not the pickle you need to be worrying about. It's the meat and the meat products. And you also have to understand that Jesus said, it shall be as in the days of Noah. The end shall be as in the days of Noah. Noah was saved because he was a righteous man and of pure stock. None of the cattle is of pure stock. That's all going to die for sure. And a lot of the people aren't of pure stock either. Please read the parable of the wheat and the tares.